Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Eric.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Day number 8 of the 12 days of podcasts. Do you remember the Micro Machines guy?
I do.
How quickly and Micro Machine-y
Oh, my God.
can you do the first 7 guests that we've had on?
Wait, I need to, limber up my my vocal cords for a second.
Okay, do you want to sing?
I want to do Unique New York. Unique New York. Because this is going to be like a real barn burner of a challenge.
Okay. How you feeling? This
Not
is
ready.
like a pregame interview.
Yeah, I do not feel ready for this thing that you just tossed in my lap. This grenade.
Yeah.
All right, you want me to name all the
now?
episodes?
How about now?
I still don't feel good. I need to, first of all, remember all of them.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
We're on day 8.
Ready,
Okay,
Jeff?
I'll do it.
Line up at the block.
Okay, here we go.
Go.
Cameron, Cord Jefferson. Oh my God, wait.
Wait.
Cameron, Cord Jefferson, Tinashe, Bunby.
No, that was a good attempt.
Yeah, wait. Just give me one more try.
But ready, go.
Cord. wait, one more time. Sorry.
Okay. Are you focused?
Yeah.
Are you feeling good?
Okay. The problem is I'm not looking at the actual thing.
Do you need water?
Sort of.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Cameron, Cord Jefferson, Tinashe, Bunby. James Rigo from Real Goats. James Rigo from Real Goats. Gia Peppers.
Damn. Stumbled to the finish line.
It's like I'm in last place, but I'm the only person that's been doing this.
You missed Jorge Peniche.
No, I was coming up to it. Jorge Peniche. Wait. Cameron, Cord Jefferson, Tinashe, Bunby, James Rico from Real Goats, Gia Peppers.
This is what's
who comes after Gia Peppers?
What does Rozelle say? He's
Jorge Peniche.
all at the same time.
Oh my God. Cameron, Cord Jefferson, Tinashe, Bunby, James Rico from Real Goats, Gia Peppers, Jorge Peniche,
And today,
woo, Young Baby Tate. Took me a second again.
I was re-listening to this podcast because it's an excellent episode, and I realized she announces that she's changing her name from Young Baby Tate
To just Baby Tate.
Yeah. So
Or to Baby Tate.
Yes.
I don't want people to think that she's changing her name to just Baby
right.
Tate. Just
Baby
Young
Tate.
Baby Tate. She's changing her name.
yeah, Baby Tate.
Just Baby Tate.
No, Baby Tate.
Big Baby Tate.
Big Baby Tate. So the question is, what do we label this episode?
We should be the ones that break the news. It's just Baby Tate.
No, Baby Tate.
Just Baby Tate.
Lil Baby Tate.
Who's on first? Just Baby Tate. Everybody's tuned out.
In case anyone is new around here, we have a lot of episodes, a catalog that you can go check out, from Big Baby Drum to Birdman, Baby.
Yep. And
to
I'm sure there's another one. Baby Kevin Gates.
Oh, that's who it is. That's who it is. Yeah. So check out all the babies, my babies, and stick around for another 5 episodes.
4. But then we are coming back after the break.
Is it 4?
Oh, no, wait.
9, 10, 11, 12.
4.
4. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, this is what happens when you haven't been sleeping for 8 days.
That's
because
right.
you're trying to put together 12 days of podcasts.
It's a lot, guys.
But we do it all for you.
That's right.
Anybody
12
who's
days.
traveling, anybody who wants to avoid their family,
12 days.
anybody who wants to listen to podcasts with their family.
12 episodes. Jeff, when do you want to get into this one?
Right after I tell people to subscribe to whatever service you are listening to this on. Don't subscribe to the service. Subscribe to our show on the service. Sorry, again, guys, my brain is like mush.
Jeff, when?
Now.
Yo, what up? It's Eric, a.k.a. Hot Air Balloon, a.k.a. Blow a Bag.
Yo, what up? It's Jeff, a.k.a. Having Makeup Sex, a.k.a. Fuck the Ops.
Hey, it's Young Baby Tate, a.k.a. Young Baby Tate.
Yeah, it's your third favorite podcast. Waste time with ItsTheReal. Tate, what's happening?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are
We're doing good, thank you. We're in Atlanta, Georgia.
you? Yeah.
We're down here for the Red Bull Music Festival. We've heard nothing but the highest praise for one person and one person only.
See, Ever this beat is automatic, supersonic.
No, everyone's been singing your praises, and we're so mad that in our almost 2 weeks down here, we missed out on your show.
Oh, that's so
because we had to go back
unfortunate.
to New York, where we're from. But we came back down here, and we're so happy to sit down with you in the city.
Yay.
Yeah. But you're from Decatur.
Yeah.
And here's where we're very like,
So
yeah.
we don't really know anything. So is Decatur part of Atlanta?
No, Decatur is its own city.
For
Right.
you?
Huh?
Oh, I thought you said home city.
Oh, no, it's its own city.
Gotcha.
Like,
Right.
Atlanta is Atlanta, and then Decatur is like,
Where
it's like
Decatur.
right,
Yeah.
it's like outside of Atlanta. So sometimes if like you're not from here and you're like, where are you from? I might just say Atlanta because you don't know where the fuck Decatur is.
Right.
But anybody that lives in Atlanta, they know like, oh, you're from the east side, you're from Decatur. Okay, cool.
Decatur is totally separate.
Mm-hmm.
We were reading up a little bit about Decatur before we got here.
Mm-hmm.
The Waffle House Museum is in Decatur.
Yeah, I think it's like the first Waffle House or something.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been?
I feel like I have, but I can't really fully remember because there's Waffle Houses everywhere. So it's like,
Yeah, there's
but
something like
it's nothing special.
1,700 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's the original.
Mm-hmm.
As a museum, like, what do they have there? Like menus or
They have
like,
the first waffle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still just like preserved.
George Washington slept there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're in elementary school and they like do like a tour of the city, do they take you to different places like, I don't know, the Waffle House Museum?
You know, I can't really remember. I was in elementary school a long time ago.
Yeah, you're very
Yeah,
Very old.
Very
Yeah,
old.
you're very seasoned.
Yeah.
So that was like prehistoric.
your AKA is the original waffle.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think really we just went to like Fernbank, which is this like dinosaur museum.
Right.
And like what is it called? A planetarium or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is growing up in Decatur like?
It's cool.
Like
I
a
grew
suburban feel, or there were like big buildings, or what's it like?
It's okay. So it's not like a suburban feel. It's like a old kind of place. And then there are a lot of like, there's different areas. So like there's areas where there's like rundown apartments and it's like scary to be there because you might get shot. And then there's areas that's like gentrified, but then across the street there's like a boarded up house.
You're making this sound like really great.
I mean, you know, I think I turned out okay. So
Yeah.
but this is how it was. So like when I was growing up, I lived in like one of the gentrified houses. But then like I think next door to us there was like a sex predator, so I couldn't go outside.
What?
Okay, wait. So is that a situation where like the
I
predator
feel
has
like
to
our definitions of what's hilarious are so different.
No, but so the predator has to knock on the door and say, "Hi, I'm living in your area."
I don't even
and
think that's what happened. I think
here's
my
some
mom
interesting
just
things about
looked
me.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my mom looked it up because my mom was like really like that. I couldn't go outside and like make friends with my neighbors and stuff because my mom was just like very overprotective of me. So I think
Wait,
that
your
she,
neighbors as like a whole or specifically
whole.
that neighbor?
As a whole.
Because that
no, I
neighbor
wouldn't want to
would
make
be
friends with that
wary
guy
of.
anyway.
No, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, as a whole, like I couldn't really play in the front yard. I had to go and I couldn't go in the backyard either because we had kudzu back there. So yeah.
Wait, what's kudzu?
It's like this vine that just grows like crazy. And snakes hide in it. So
Yeah, get rid of the
I
kudzu
know.
and let Tate.
Yeah, free Tate.
Yeah, free
Free
Tate.
Tate.
yeah, no.
Did you have a big family growing up?
It was just me and my mom.
You and your
So,
mom?
Yeah,
Does that mean, since you're an only child, that you're bad at sharing?
absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. I do not like to share.
When you go to this like sandbox as a child, it's just like you get all the toys and you're not here for play?
Yeah, you know, like not really. Because it's like this is mine. Like, where's your toy?
Right. Do you see any of that translate to now you're an adult and
Yeah, I think a lot of times with food, I don't like to share that. Like,
Wow.
I would prefer to buy you a whole meal than to give you anything that I'm eating. Yeah. So Like, I'll just buy you one. Like, just stop.
Yeah.
You can't have my fry. I can buy you some fries.
When you go out and everyone like orders something and then it's like time to split the bill, are you just like, no, I actually ordered this and this only, so I will be paying for that. And that's
no, I don't like to do split the bills because I feel like it is kind of like, oh, well, you ordered a steak and I just ordered a salad. Why do I have to pay for half of your steak?
Right.
But I
Well,
think,
how big was the salad?
I mean, it might have been a small one, you know, even if it was a large one, it didn't cost as much as the steak. So,
You never know.
I mean, unless we're at Waffle House, then like I feel like the only time the steak and the salad might be around the same price.
Right.
But
So, okay, Decatur, Georgia. It's you and your mom.
What was hanging up in your room as a kid?
in my room, I had shelves with books on them. I have this Disney princess poster that oddly enough I got when I was a senior in high school, and I just felt like I really liked it, so I put it on my wall.
Nice.
It was all the Disney princesses?
All of them. And my economics teacher, Mr. Landis, gave it to me. I don't know why he had it.
He was not your neighbor.
No.
Okay.
He was not my neighbor. He lived nowhere near me.
What if he's listening to this, Jeff?
No,
Nice
shouts
guy.
to him. I want
He did a
people to be
nice
clear.
thing, and you're out here just sort of like grouping him in with people that maybe you shouldn't be
I
grouping
am
him
just
in with.
stating to be clear that Mr. Landis was on
Is a
the
good
up and
guy.
up
Yeah.
Yes.
and was fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Yes.
But I don't know why he had the poster. I took it from him,
That's
hung it up
nice.
in my room. I didn't really have much on my walls like that. I had like a fish tank that my mom installed one time when I was sleeping. I didn't wake up at all.
You didn't know that this was going to happen?
No.
And you woke up.
And there was a fish tank in my room and a fish there. And I was just like, oh, what? And she was
You're like, yo, the tooth fairy's crazy.
yeah, right? Like, wow, I gave her nothing, and this is what I get in return. But yeah, she installed it. Like, her friends helped her. Like, she had a whole
And you
party
slept right
in my
through
room.
it?
Yeah, I can sleep through a lot of things.
Is that right? When you fly?
Oh yeah, I'm always asleep.
If you're in a studio session overnight?
Oh yeah, actually, I've literally been asleep here while like a lot of good stuff is going on. And I'm just like, I'm so sorry, guys. I am tired. I can't do it. Like, I'm asleep.
Damn.
Did you sleep at the Dreamville sessions?
No, definitely didn't sleep at the Dreamville sessions. That would have been embarrassing. But Lucky Day was here recording, and I had just met him that day, like here.
It was your lucky day.
It was not.
Thank
it was
you.
unlucky for me because I fell asleep and I woke up and the song was done, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
Yo,
y'all.
I'm gonna
Damn.
be honest though, that's the perfect way to play it. Just like do your work over there. I'm gonna catch some Z's over here.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
I
it's
laid
done.
down like some melodies, and then I just was out.
So when you're growing up, did you go to I know later on you went to an arts high school, but did you express yourself creatively in elementary school as well?
Yeah. So, my elementary experience. So, I was homeschooled at first, for like pre-K and kindergarten. Then first grade, I went to New Jersey to live with my grandma, and I was at just this regular elementary school where I was really smart. I was in first grade taking third grade reading classes.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah.
NBD.
Whatever.
You
Yeah.
know. And then I came back to Atlanta for second grade.
Wait, Atlanta?
You're
Or
right.
Decatur?
You're right. I was in Decatur.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay,
I
let's
was
get
in
the story
Decatur.
straight.
Yeah.
You know?
I was not at APS. I was not at Atlanta Public Schools. I was definitely at DeKalb County.
Okay.
And second grade, I was there for like half of the semester because the first half of the semester I was still in New Jersey. And the second half I was down here, and I hated it because my teacher couldn't read.
Damn. How does
On the
that
third
happen?
grade level.
Yeah.
Like, I was in second grade, and I went home to my mom, and I was like, Mom, my teacher can't read. And she was like, what? And I'm like, she can't read. Like, she's reading slow. Like, she can't read. I can tell, like, she's literally having trouble with these words. And I'm like, how are you supposed to be teaching us? And I can read better than you.
That's a great question.
It was so terrible. So then I ended up going to performing arts elementary school in third grade.
So your mom was just like, we're not dealing with this teacher anymore in this environment anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to put you in a totally different school.
Totally different school. She got like a recommendation from a teacher that I think she knew the teacher before, and she was like, yeah, you should, send Tate over here.
Did you have to audition?
Yeah.
So what kind of stuff did you bring to the table?
I think I sang, and so the elementary school auditions were definitely different than the high school auditions. The elementary, I think we were all kind of together. I know we had to do like a dance thing. They taught us a dance thing together, and then we all did it together. I think we sang individually, and yeah, I think that was pretty much it. And then they looked at your grades, and it's like, all right, cool, come on in or don't.
Yeah. And so, did you take to it right away?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What was your high school audition?
High school, they really like bigged it up. So my elementary school went from kindergarten to 7th grade, and then my high school was from 8th to 12th.
Wow.
So when we were in 7th grade, they're like, all right, if you want to go to DSA, you got to do this. You got to get your song together. You have to do an aria. We had to like sing an aria and sing like a regular like Broadway type song. I don't know. And then
an aria, so you're like classically trained.
Yes,
Holy shit.
Yes, I am.
Again, like no big deal or whatever.
Yeah.
Once again, but yeah, we had to sing an aria, sing a Broadway song. I think I sang it was this song from Les Mis. Oh man, I don't remember it. Anyways,
did you bring like a giant flag to like wave?
No.
Just really,
did you get like really deep into character?
Yeah.
No.
Overthrow the government or?
No, it was just regular singing. And then we did like a drama audition where I had to do like a monologue, and I think that was it for me.
So you get the full experience. It's not just a specific like lane that you live in.
Yeah, you have to pick two. So you have a major and a minor.
As a high schooler.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
Mm-hmm. So my major when I went into DSA was vocal, and my minor was drama, but then I ended up switching them because I felt like I know how to sing, so like.
And you're like, I'll be a drama major.
Mm-hmm.
So did you really consider that maybe you would be an actor of some type, like on stage or on screen?
Yeah. I think I've always wanted to like act and sing and dance and do everything. I don't know if I like wanted to be on Broadway or anything, but like TV, films, thanks a lot. But
the greatest is when we're gonna listen to this back and you won't even be able to hear the phone ring, and the only like acknowledgement now that a phone actually rang
was the thanks a lot.
Yeah. So
and
shout out to Q. I was a film major, drama minor in college.
Okay.
So I know what that was like as a college age kid, and just the idea where it's like you would start the day off and do yoga or whatever right in the class, and you would do like different exercises, and I didn't take any of that shit seriously whatsoever. And I'm a college kid.
Yeah.
You're in 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. How seriously did you take it amongst all those kids who were your age and doing the same thing?
DSA was like a very serious thing.
Yeah.
So like I think we all took it very seriously, but we were all having a lot of fun. Like those drama exercises were probably the best parts of like all of our days.
Yeah. Did you lay on each other, like put your head on each other's stomachs and like laugh or something like that?
No.
Okay. That's just when you get to college. It's a real college.
Oh, okay. We played like a lot of improv games. We played this game called Check Please, where we would have to like, it would be two of us and maybe a third as a waiter, and basically the whole objective was to get the other person to leave ask for the check. So you have to come in and be as obnoxious as possible.
Were you good at that?
I was really good. I was really good.
Was it from personal experience?
No, because I was in high school. I wasn't going on dates and stuff.
Yeah,
like, I couldn't even have a boyfriend.
Being obnoxious.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think I was super obnoxious in high school. I think I'm more obnoxious now.
Nice.
Yes, I'm proud of you.
Thanks. I've grown. But just a lot of like fun games.
Did you enjoy improv?
I loved improv. Like I really want to do SNL one day, like as the musical guest and the host.
Right. Yeah. Did you watch SNL growing up? Yeah. What era was that?
What
like
cast?
Jimmy Fallon?
No, that wasn't Fallon. It was
like Kristen Wiig?
Yes.
And Bill Hader and
yes.
Yeah. Those are some good years.
Yeah.
Jason Sudeikis. Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you did that.
Yeah, I want to talk about one of your biggest stages that you've been on. You performed with Nelly.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a fantastic picture of the two of you.
Yes.
You're holding a snare drum.
Mm-hmm.
Nelly's doing Nelly. How did that come to be? What was your role in it? What were rehearsals like? Tell us everything.
Okay, so damn, I'm trying to remember exactly who got me there. So I think my mom's like old friend, who's my godmother, I think she was doing like the set design for it. She's done like set design for like Beyonce and like J-Lo.
Wow.
So yeah, I think she was doing it for Nelly's BET hip hop performance
In Atlanta, Georgia.
In Atlanta. This was actually Atlanta.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she called my mom and was like, they're having auditions. They need like a dancer, like a young girl dancer, because they had the whole like band type feel. So they had the majorettes and everything, but they wanted like a young girl to come out and just like dance or whatever. So there was already like a few people that I knew that were older that were in the majorette part, and they were like, yeah, Tate, come do it, and blah, 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 blah. So I went, and when I went to the auditions, they already had found the girl that was going to dance, right? So I'm there like, all right, so what the fuck am I going to do at this point?
Here's where you come in and be obnoxious.
Right. So
Check, please.
I think I still did my little audition or whatever, and they liked me. So they basically just like found a role for me to do. And I was the little drummer girl. So I just, had the drum. We did rehearsals. And at the first rehearsal that we did, I was just, pretending I had the drum and coming down the steps, and I was doing it like really nice, because I've always been like a really sweet, like nice girl. And my mom and a dance instructor that I had, like she taught us at church, but she was just like a dance instructor. And she was like, oh, Tate, no, you got to come down there with the stank face. Like you not going hard enough. You got to come down there with the stank face. So I'm like, okay. So I did it again. I had the stank face like, and they was like, that's it. You got to do it just like that. So that's, how that came about. We did the show. It was really fun.
How was Nelly?
Nelly was cool. He was really cool. He kissed me on the cheek afterwards, and it was really wet. I was not expecting that. But I was like, wow. I think at the time I thought Nelly was like really like, oh my God, I was in like 7th grade or 6th or 7th grade.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, Nelly just kissed me on the cheek. I'm never wiping my face off again. But obviously I did.
Did you wipe your face again?
I did.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Obviously, yes.
Another follow-up was Nelly your neighbor.
No.
I just have to be clear.
Let's just really be fair here. You had more than just one neighbor, right?
I did.
You
We
had,
didn't live there my whole life.
Different sides of the house, right?
Yeah.
Like different, houses.
My other
in the
neighbor was really
community.
trash too, though.
Damn.
This one time I was 13. It was my birthday. My grandma sent me a big box. Like she asked me that year, like, what do you want for your birthday?
What'd you tell her?
I don't even remember, like clothes, cute stuff, whatever.
Yeah, right.
And she sent me this huge box of stuff for my birthday. And we didn't get home until like maybe 4, because I had to get picked up from school.
Sure.
So by the time we get home, the box is not there on the front porch. So I'm like, where the fuck is the box? Like, where's my gift? Turns out my neighbor, her mom was sitting outside on her porch. She turns over to us and she's like, yeah, I saw this homeless guy come over and he just took the box and he just walked down the street, and then I saw him like open it and then he just like took the box. And I'm like, why didn't you say anything?
I know. See something, say something.
She was the worst, and I will never forget that.
Well,
because
I would
now-
say
Yeah,
she's the second worst.
Second
yeah.
worst. Second
Because
worst.
the first worst.
Yeah, but we never had any interaction. So like, she was the worst. Like, you're supposed to be neighborly neighbor.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, you mentioned church.
Mm-hmm.
Was church a big part of your life growing up?
Yeah, definitely growing up. My grandma is extremely religious. So when I was in New Jersey living with her, I would go to church with her every Sunday. I would fall asleep and she would like smack me.
You can fall asleep
Not
anywhere.
in the face, but like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
wake up.
Yeah.
I
You
used
say
to,
grace before meals, like that type of religious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I do that anymore,
Mhm.
but I used to. I used to sing like in the like little children's choir with my grandma, and then when I came back down here, my mom had us going to this church that like her friend. So basically, like my mom is an artist, obviously, and her friend who used to do her makeup, who also used to do like TLC's makeup and like Toni Braxton.
Wow.
Her husband started a church, so we used to go to their church. And yeah, I was singing there. I danced more than I sang there because I was like young and still developing my voice and like didn't really want people to hear me. I
Came through with the stank face.
I came through with the stank face, with all the attitude, and
Right.
that was the same lady that taught me. So she
Right
was
on.
yeah.
Okay, so we have to talk about your mom.
Mm-hmm.
So, good mom.
She was
Yeah,
a good
no.
mom.
Yeah.
So your mom is Dionne Farris.
Yes.
So people might know her for her original song, her biggest song, "I Know," which it was so big it hit number 4, I think, on the Billboard charts, and I hadn't heard it for a really long time, and then I heard it the other day, and I was just like, oh my god, like I love this song.
And also she, had big work with Arrested Development. She's a big artist in her own right.
Yes.
So she knows you're a creative. She put
Yeah.
you in this creative school. Did you have any hesitation getting into any of the arts, considering that your mother was a successful artist?
Definitely not. I think that made me want to do it more. Like it definitely didn't make me hesitate. I think any hesitation that I've ever had like came from my mom kind of being like, no, like go to school, get a business degree.
Right.
Don't do this yet. But like for me, I was just like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
Let me jump in.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, like we don't have parents that are artists, but we dealt with the same thing in terms of like, pump the brakes, like do that later on, get this type of like, degree, and then be open to everything. And it's like, now we're pretty focused on what we want to do, and you go. It's difficult for someone to read what's in your heart, right? And if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. So when you're in high school and you're doing improv and you're acting, are you doing stage stuff too? So like what kind of plays were you in?
What plays did I do?
Check, please.
Yeah. The musical.
Yeah.
I actually didn't end up being in any musicals because my vocal teacher was my biggest hater.
Really?
Yes. So, but that's another story for another day.
We don't want to shout that teacher out?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. Fuck him.
Wait, how did he hate on you?
He would like, okay, I was like really good, and like sometimes he didn't want to we would all audition for solos and stuff like in the choir, and he would like be like, oh, Tate has too many, so we're gonna give one to this person, and it's like, but she doesn't sound good, so like what, like,
Yeah.
he was just a hater. Like he didn't like me because I feel like he wanted me to, or all of us to sing a certain way, and it wasn't like really good. So I was kind of expressive about that, and he didn't like it. So
In the class?
yes, I was rude.
Well,
I was
you
very
learned
rude.
from playing Check Please. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I was rude as fuck to him.
But like, and I think it's pretty well known at this point. You start dabbling in GarageBand at home. You're doing loops. You're creating yourself.
Yes.
Do you bring any of that into your school training and like do original things?
Yeah,
at school?
Yes. So a few things. Whenever we would have like projects in like literature, so we did a project for Frankenstein, and because it's a performing arts school, they ask like, all right, what do you want to do? Do you want to do like a poster? You can do a dance, you can do a skit, you can do a song, you can do a PowerPoint presentation, and I would always choose to do a song.
What nerds were doing all the PowerPoint presentations when you had all the exciting choices?
I mean, there are some people that like weren't performers. They were like more techies. So like they would do like the backstage stuff, and they might not want to perform. So I'm just going to like do a whatever.
I'm going to do a 15-slide presentation on
Frankenstein.
Yeah, that has to follow the
Right.
The Billboard
songs
charting.
and the dances. And
So yeah, I did a song for the Frankenstein project. I made like an original song for this Romeo and Juliet project we had to do.
Wild.
I'm not going to put you totally on the spot, but I'm absolutely going to. Do you remember any of the words from the Frankenstein song?
Yes, I actually have it. Oh fuck, I don't have my laptop.
Can you send us the actual file and then we'll just drop it in here? Not the whole
Yes.
thing, but we'll put in a snippet.
I'll send it. But I don't know because it uses like a sample of another song. Is that like
Yeah, we're not
legal?
selling this.
Yeah, we're not
It's
gonna.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I'm glad that your business is so straight.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
wait.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me figure out the ASCII,
Yeah.
the publishing for.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Do you have like friends in high school who had points? Like,
Like, wait, I gotta call them up.
Yeah,
really
I know,
quick.
yeah.
Yeah, they were in the room. So.
yeah. The teacher's like, I get 50% because I was in the room while they were like,
I told you to
composing
make it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no. And then we had this. I was in AP World History, and we had to do this world religions thing, and our project was to make up like an 8-bar just like rap to remember because the test was coming up, so we were all trying to help each other like remember because it's kind of easier to remember raps when you're trying to remember facts.
Yeah, right.
So
That just rhymed. So
Hey.
yeah.
So everyone else, made up their little 8-bar thingy thing, and I came in and did literally all of the world religions, and I put them into like this a cappella song where it was just my voice, and I was acting it all out. And
That's
my teacher
fucking
loved
dope.
it so much that she made me do it for like 4 of her classes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
Yeah.
I love like over delivering,
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
I was that girl.
Yeah. Also, I love that you did what you wanted to do because that's what you did in college, Jeff. Like Jeff was an American Studies major.
Oh, right. I was wondering. I was like, what did I do that I wanted to do in college?
No, you were an American Studies major, which like, what is
yeah,
that?
I mean,
right?
I basically just wrote about hip hop. So I mean,
Because you care about that.
Yeah, I
So
mean-
it's like you'll take whatever you're.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like in hindsight, it's a little bit regrettable because you come across like a real cornball being like, oh, like you should take hip hop seriously in 2002. But, I think that I carved my own lane and that's the important part. So thank you for that.
Right. Yeah. So when you are in high school and you're doing all this stuff, what tells you like, hey, all right, beyond what I'm majoring in, beyond what I'm minoring in, I also want to do this same thing on my own for fun.
I mean, I don't know. It was just that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
I always like really enjoyed music and singing. Me and my mom would like make up little jingles and stuff, just like in the kitchen or
Yeah.
like in the car. So I've always known that I wanted to do music.
So did you have a job during high school?
Heck no, my mom would not let me get a job. I wanted to get a job so badly.
Where did you want to work?
Anywhere that gave you money.
You would have like clothing, folding clothing.
Yeah,
You would have done sandwiches somewhere.
maybe
You-
Target, Chick-fil-A.
You were fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But wait, why wouldn't your mom let you?
She wanted me to focus on school. She was like, "No, you don't need to get a job. You need to focus on school." And I'm like, "But I want money. Like I want to buy stuff." And she's
Right.
like, "Just ask me." And I'm like, "No, because I want my own money. Like you can tell me no.
Yeah.
If I have the money, I'm not going to tell myself no." Like, but she was like, "Nope."
Did your mom have a positive or negative experience with the industry at large?
Negative, I would say. Yeah, I would say like all in all, there were some good moments. But I think, coming away from it, it was kind of like negative, which is why she stepped away to like raise me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she also wouldn't want you to go through any similar
Right.
heartbreak that maybe she had experienced.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, but you're steady and focused and you want to do this. You don't have a job to get in the way of it.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of creating on your own beyond the Frankenstein thing? In that time, what's something that like you were like, yo, this is my voice and I really feel this. Even if like today you're like, man, I don't know, I wouldn't put that out. But like what's something that like really showed you that you could do it?
Man, I have like 7 albums from the ages of 13 to like 16 or 17.
Albums.
Yeah, like
So
15 track.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like arcs?
Like, yeah.
Like they were.
themes,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like artwork.
What were the titles of some of them?
One of them was called Words with Tate. That was when Words with Friends was really popular. So I took like words that had Tate in them, like meditate, levitate, resuscitate.
Yep.
Potato.
No, not potato. There was a project called False Endings that every song had like a false ending, so it'd be like, oh, that was great, and then come back in like boom.
Yeah.
There was an original Roy G. Biv, so I made like Roy G. Biv before I put Roy G. Biv out.
Right.
It's a completely different project. What else? Oh, Welcome to Candler Road, which was kind of like a spoof of like rap at the time. This is around the time when like I feel like rich kids and like like Travis Porter and stuff was like really popular, so it was like I'm gonna rap like that.
Mm-hmm. Did you collaborate with anyone like in your school? Just you?
Just me.
Did you shoot any videos for them?
No.
So
Did you play them for anybody?
I only played them for like my mom and her boyfriend at the time, and like I had a song called World Premiere that I would just like press play every time I had a new song for them to listen to, so they would know to come in my room and like listen to the song. It would be like dun, 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 don't you know I got a world premiere, and then they would just come in my room like, all right, here it goes.
Yo, I want to imagine like in your household, just like everyone, if they want you, just everyone plays a song to announce like you have like different entrance music like to walk in for dinner, and like you know,
that'd be the potato song.
that'd be great. So you had 7 albums and you played 0 of them for the world.
Correct.
Why?
My mom wouldn't let me. I wanted to like maybe put them on SoundCloud or something, but mom was like, no. Basically she just wanted me to focus on school, and like, this is cool, you can make this music and stuff, but she kind of didn't really want me to get into music. I think just from her own experience in the industry. So
do you find it funny now in 2019 if people just find out about you and they're like, oh man, your debut album, right, is so fire, and you're just like,
did you hear?
Yeah.
Tates with Friends.
I know.
how did you hear that?
Oh yeah.
Words with Tate.
Tates with Friends. Yeah.
Tates with Friends.
Words with Tate.
That would be
is
great
my,
too, actually. Yeah.
With just collabs.
Or just about the show Friends. Yeah.
Interesting.
And your experience in watching different Friends episodes.
Yeah, every song would be like named after.
That'd be pretty good too.
Characters.
Oh, it's an EP because you
Right.
got only
it's
6
only
of them.
6. They hang out in a coffee shop. I've never seen Friends.
Oh, wasn't there like a pet monkey or something too?
I don't know. I think there was.
There wasn't?
There was a.
I thought Chandler had a monkey or something.
No.
Somebody
clue.
had an ex that was gay and then not gay.
Wait,
and then,
did you watch Friends on Netflix?
No.
Because that was a big thing like in your age group.
Yeah.
Like it got
no.
popular then. Are you an Office on Netflix person?
I do watch The Office sometimes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That feels like no. Okay,
I know, yeah,
So what
you're-
do
you're being
you watch
friendly.
on Netflix?
I like to watch series in like 2 days. I'll watch like all 3 seasons. I just finished the show called Atypical. Before that, what was I watching? Oh, I was watching this show called Insatiable.
You said you were watching the Paul Rudd one.
Yeah, Life or Living with Yourself. Yeah, I just like to watch like cool series. Sometimes I watch movies that I haven't seen before. Like last night I watched How to Be a Player, which is probably something I should have seen before. I don't know. I feel like
No
when
judgment.
you're black,
No
it's like,
judgment.
you
Yeah.
haven't seen that movie? Like what?
I mean, I'm not going to cancel you,
Yeah.
but have you seen Baps?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen Baps, but I
That's-
feel like
that's the mark.
I
feel
haven't
like
seen
Baps
Baps
is-
like fully through. I think I've caught it on TV. Like
But Baps and How to Be a Player are like on the same level.
okay,
So when you're in high school,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to a creative arts high school,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody is there to like really do their shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did we read correctly that you were voted
Most
most creative?
yes, that is true.
That is outstanding.
Yeah, because I also, so at my school, we had a pep rally at the end of the year. So we had what were they called? Spa day, because it was like students of the performing arts.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd have like a spa rally every month to like basically let people know what was going on that month. Like, we're having auditions for this play, or like, congratulations to this person for doing that. And
you guys didn't have a football team.
No football team.
Yeah.
I was like, your pep rallies are very different. From
Yeah.
But like, we would have like a performance or something at each one. So the last one of the year, each class would have to make up a chant that had to include "We Will Rock You," and it had to basically be like a whole like production, outfits and everything. So our 8th grade year, we didn't know about it, and you know, we're 8th graders. Nobody's going to tell us because they want us to lose. So we found out about it the day, like we have to have a chant that day. So I helped come up with it, and we ended up getting disqualified because we were joning every other class, and we didn't know that you're not supposed to do that.
Damn.
So then 9th grade, I think we had a really good one, but we also got disqualified because we were like practicing after school, and no one told us you're not supposed to do that.
Where's the rule book?
Nowhere. It's just it's in the air. So then 10th grade, I helped. Oh wait, no, 9th grade something else happened. Oh my God, 9th grade was so bad. It was so bad. We went overtime, but it was like because we didn't have proper rehearsals.
Damn.
So then 10th grade, we got disqualified because of the after school thing, but it was so good. We did halftime because it's like, this is our halftime in school. 10th grade is like 8th to 12th.
Pretty great.
Yeah, I came up with that, and it was like,
I'm so mad that you got disqualified the first 3 times.
Oh my God, it was so bad. So
by the way, I'm not that mad. I was rooting for the Real.
It was like, that song, like we did a whole like thing. It was great. Got disqualified. Then 11th grade, I think I helped come up with the chant in 11th grade, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but we came in like second, even though we should have come in first. Ours was really good. Then 12th grade, I was like, fuck all of this. I am running this now, because each year you guys have pissed me off, from being late to running over to whatever.
To you're an only child, you don't like to share. I got it.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to run this. And I came up with the chant, and it was really, really good because we were seniors, we were graduating, and we did that song. Our colors for our class were black and yellow.
I knew it.
How did you know?
Well, because you were like, our colors, and I'm like, black and yellow. Like, it has to be.
Oh my gosh, you didn't know.
I didn't know. Not that hard to figure out. What other?
Eric was talking about it all the way over here.
Yeah. So our class colors were black and yellow, and I was like, we're gonna do the Bumblebee song, like I'm taking on a baby.
Oh wait.
Bumblebee.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do
the Wiz Khalifa song.
We did that in 9th grade. We did black and yellow. We did black and yellow in 9th grade. Yep. And we got disqualified that year. But 12th grade, it was so good.
I think I just got disqualified.
Yeah, sorry, you're cut. So it was so good, and we ended up winning. And that was kind of my pitch for like why I should be most creative. I'm like, you guys have heard my songs. Like, for those of you that have heard some of my songs, each year that I have run the class chant, we've pretty much won. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if any of you guys have anything else to say, but look at me.
Yeah.
And they were like, that's a really good argument. We're going to vote for you.
Hey gang, it's Jeff here from the podcast, and that over there is Eric.
That
over there is Eric. Yeah, we both agree.
Okay.
And I just wanted to interrupt the podcast for a quick moment and let you know that we've got a newsletter that you can sign up for at ItsTheReal.com. And actually, there are lots of things on our website that you should be checking out. Our merch. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
The newsletter and the merch.
Yeah.
Let's just draw the line there. Yeah. If you want to click on other things, they're there. But let's say
there's a video on the front page that's really cool, and a lot of effort was put into it.
But now we're like,
complicating things.
We're complicating things.
No.
We have a newsletter.
Yeah.
We also have merch.
Yeah, and those two things.
Those are the two things that you can check out on the website. Once you do that, then go figure some other stuff out.
Okay. What's the website?
ItsTheReal.com.
How do you spell it?
YAHOO.com. ItsTheReal.com.
ItsTheReal.com.
We've got merch, we've got a newsletter, and we've got fantasy leagues. All at YAHOO.com.
And now back to the podcast.
What were the class superlatives that people got voted for?
So it was like most creative, most likely to be president, like normal stuff.
Yeah.
Best dressed.
Wait, do you think that the person who was voted most likely to be president will actually be voted president
Of something.
of something.
Like the Tate fan club.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? Because it wasn't specific. It's not like most
Right.
likely
No,
to be
they
president
said
of the
most likely
United
to be
States.
the
Right.
president, not a president.
They are the president of something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
But there were no like best laugh or like
No.
we had most likely to end up on the 6 o'clock news. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Isn't that crazy?
That's so bad.
You didn't have like worst driver, none of that.
No, I don't think a lot of us drove.
Mm.
I'm really trying to remember. I didn't really remember the other ones because they didn't matter to me because I didn't win.
Yeah. Right.
So,
Yeah.
I think we had like best actor. I don't know.
But you're most creative.
Mm-hmm.
You're going into your graduation knowing that you're going to college.
Mm-hmm.
And you went to Georgia State, but
Yeah.
did you have any other thoughts of going elsewhere?
Yeah. So I got into Georgia State. I got into St. John's. I got into Howard, and Oglethorpe.
Did you visit all those schools?
I did visit Oglethorpe. I didn't visit Howard or St. John's.
Mm-hmm.
I visited Temple. I wanted to go there, but I didn't get in. But I didn't. My mom really wanted me to go to Oglethorpe,
Mm-hmm.
but I hated it because it looks like Hogwarts, and I was just like, "This is not the place for me. Like, I cannot relate with these people. I'm gonna be miserable here.
You don't know any spells.
None of that.
None.
Like, I didn't
Yeah.
even. My mom didn't let me read the Harry Potter stuff, so I'm like, I can't relate to these people.
Right.
I'm going to be miserable here. I would have to go to Georgia State. And my grandma did not want me to go because it's like just smack dab in the city. There's no real campus. And like we got in a big argument. Like,
You and your grandma.
I was like, I'm going to Georgia State. And she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, yes, I am. And I think she ended up like popping me in the lip, like, no, you're not. And I was like,
Damn.
you know what? Just for that, I'm still going to go here.
Wow.
So I ended up still going.
Did you live on campus?
Yeah, I did. I was in Piedmont North A, which was shout out to Piedmont North, which was really ratchet.
And you majored in?
I majored in psychology.
Okay. Because
I took AP psychology in high school and I loved it so much. My teacher was really great. And I think that's really important for school. Like if your teacher is really good, you probably might hate science, but if you have like a really good science teacher, it's like, wow, this isn't that bad.
Yeah.
So like she just really was a great teacher and I just was so interested in psychology
That's
and like
awesome.
learning how people's brains work and like how they develop and everything. So I was like, I'm going to do psychology. But I didn't stay long enough to actually study psychology.
Right. Less than 2 years?
Yeah, so I went through my first year at Georgia State, and my second semester, I stopped going to class because I was either high, asleep, or doing music.
You're so good at falling asleep.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Like that's one of my best qualities.
Are you also good at getting high?
Huh?
Are you also good at getting high?
Not anymore. I don't smoke anymore.
So
Yeah.
you're in that environment, right? Away from home, away from your mom saying you can't not have a job, or you can't have a job, you can't record music or
Can't
whatever,
hang out
right?
with your
Or
creepy neighbor.
yeah. But you're in this place where it's like you're free to do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Do you put out music at that point?
I put out my first song, I think January of 2015. So like in between both semesters. And it was just like this ratchet ass song called What's Up.
Were you nervous to put it out?
No, I don't think I was.
Did you have big expectations?
No, not really. I
So
just
upload
wanted
it
put
to
out, put it on
SoundCloud?
SoundCloud. This actually might have been December, and then I started putting out more like songs just on SoundCloud, and they would just kind of go around my campus. Like I had like 300 to 500 plays,
And
which
you
was
were
cool to me.
Yeah.
Young Baby Tate.
At that point, I wasn't. I was Tate.
Just Tate.
But yeah, people liked my songs. They were like retweeting them, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!" Like, shout out to y'all. And then after I ended up leaving Georgia State because I lost my Hope Scholarship for not going to class. And,
Yo, what'd your mom say about that?
well, I didn't tell her for a while until like it was time to kind of go back, like closer to that point. I was like, yeah, I actually lost hope.
That makes you sound like so.
Yeah.
I lost hope.
Yeah, I lost hope.
I just couldn't continue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I lost my Hope Scholarship, so I don't think I'm going back because I was like paying for it. Like my mom wasn't paying for my school, so everything that wasn't covered by Hope was covered by a fund from my great grandfather that he gave to me.
So when you said I don't think I'm going back, it meant
I'm not going
back.
back. But she was like, no, you have to go to school. So I ended up going to Georgia Perimeter.
Where's that?
It's just like
on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks.
It's on the edge of glory. Yeah, it was
Do they have Hope there?
no, there's no hope. But I went there for like half a semester, ended up dropping my first EP while I was going there. And yeah, then some really bad stuff happened there.
Bad stuff like your neighbor bad stuff or?
No, I ended up getting kicked out of my mom's house.
Wow.
Yeah.
By your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, by my neighbor.
Yeah, I know. So, where does that, how old are you at that point? 20?
19.
So what are your options?
Yeah.
So at the time she was like, I just dropped my project like literally on the 10th of November. I ended up getting in trouble on the 13th, which was Friday the 13th. Great day for me.
Yep.
And then I ended up getting kicked out on the 16th. And I had like a show on the 17th. It was like one of my first shows with my new music and stuff. So I just kind of like didn't know where to go. I didn't have like, I have no other family in Atlanta. All of my family's from New Jersey. So like my grandma's flying in from New Jersey for Thanksgiving this year. But like,
That's
just
it.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know where to go. So I ended up going to like a hotel that night and like calling my old roommate who was going to be my roommate the next year if I would have went back to Georgia State, but I didn't because, you know, hope. And I was like, hey, I just got kicked out. And she was like, what? And I was like, see, I told you I was gonna get kicked out, girl. And she was like, oh my God. So I went to like stay in her dorm like secretly. So I would like sneak in from the back because, you know, like you're not really supposed to have guests for longer than like a day.
By the way, that's also what your neighbor used to do.
Sneak in to the back.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm about to get canceled.
I know, yeah. About to get kicked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd still have to like sneak into the dorms and stuff. So like, did you make up a fake ID or something?
No, I would literally like sneak in the back way, like without. So there was like a front desk where they would check you in, and I think I checked in like the first time and just never checked out. And every time after that, I would just come in through like the back entrance.
So are you putting everything like in your spirit on that show on the 17th? Like, are you just like, well, if I have nothing else, I have this?
Yeah, I was, because that was kind of like why I got kicked out or like left. So my mom gave me two options. It was like, one, stay here and like you can't do shows for the rest of the semester. You can't have your laptop in your room for the rest of the semester. Like basically she just wanted me to focus on school. And then the other one was like, get out. If you don't want to do this, then get out. And I felt like, well, these rules are kind of like, I have a show Thursday, so like I can't do shows for the rest of the semester. Like, whoa. It's kind of steep there. So I was like, you know, I kind of have to make this choice and like do this music thing.
How much did you tell your mom that this was your story and not hers?
I don't know if we had that conversation until like later in life. You know, I think my actions kind of showed like
that you just like weren't fucking with that.
Yeah, like recently we were just talking the other day and she was like, I wish you would have told me like that you didn't want to go to college. And I'm like, well, all right.
Is it too late?
Yeah. Guess what?
Yeah.
Don't want to go. How'd that show go?
The show was actually really good. It was in a basement of this venue called, oh man, I just talked about this venue the other day. Now I forgot it. But it was in this basement, maybe like 50 to 70 people were there. Maybe.
People you knew?
Yeah, it was a lot of people that I didn't know, and a lot of like friends of them.
Does it make it better or harder to perform in front of people that you know?
For me, I don't really care either way. I've been performing since I was in third grade, so it's like whatever, whoever's in the audience, like,
Yeah.
you know. But it was a really good show.
Did you put on your stank face?
I don't think I did. I was very nice at that moment. I had a smile on.
So how did it feel getting off that stage at the end of the night?
It was like, all right, well, I just got to keep going.
Yeah.
Keep doing these shows, keep getting booked, and because life's getting crazy right now. So
yeah. So the most important thing really is the follow up. So what do you do after that first show?
I think I just randomly was getting like booked for shows after that. Because there were a lot of people that saw me and was like, wow, you're like a really good performer. We want you to perform here, or like at this random pizza shop, or like, you know, yeah, I've done like a few performances at Edgewood Pizza.
Wow.
Shout out to Flocka. Hey.
Are they set up for performances?
Not really.
Do you perform behind the counter?
No.
On the
so
counter?
they have like a DJ. Yeah. They have like a little tiny section in the front of the pizza place where like a DJ will play, and whenever I would perform there, we would just like put chairs together in like front of the DJ booth, and I would just like stand on them. So yeah.
Can you turn up?
Yeah.
In a pizza place?
Hell yeah.
All right.
She was lit.
Oh, all right. Just making sure. Yeah.
Sorry, we have different pizza places.
I mean, Vitamin Water, like back in like 2010, had this series where they would put
artists in unexpected places.
Yeah.
So we saw Travis Scott in a
tiny bank in New York, right?
Yeah, he like literally broke the ceiling.
Yeah, he was like, you know.
He wanted to crowd surf, and there were like literally 7 people there. But he still did his best. Yeah.
Okay.
Earl Sweatshirt performed in an auto body shop. Solange performed in a laundromat.
Oh, someone performed in a Subway, like not the sandwich shop, like the actual like New York Subway.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So this was like your version.
I understand that it's possible. I just want to know how it is in practice.
Yeah, it was.
Did they give you free pizza?
I think so. I think I did get a slice.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a job at that point?
So once my mom kind of like was like, no jobs.
Yep.
After that, I was like, just kind of fuck it. So I didn't end up getting my first job until I was maybe 20.
Yep.
I was working at this comedy theater. I fucking hated it.
In Atlanta?
It was in Norcross, but it was called Atlanta Comedy Theater. It's far.
Okay. What'd you do there?
I was a server, and I'm not good at that because like you have to like pretend to care about people's orders and like how's your
You're
food.
An actor. What are you talking about?
It was just so hard. Like it was so hard for me because like.
Did you take improv?
Yeah, I did, but like we never were like waiters. It was like.
Yes, you were.
I was never the waiter. I was
check,
always.
Please.
I was always the person getting the check, or like the person telling them to get the check. But yeah, so being a waiter was not good for me.
Terrible, like you spilled drinks, or terrible, like
no,
you got
just
orders
like,
wrong.
I hated it. I didn't get anybody's order wrong. The worst thing that actually happened to me there was that like somebody ran out on the bill after putting me through so much. Like I got them their drinks, and then they were like, "We don't like these. Can we get a different drink?" So I took their drinks back. Or actually, I think I let them keep the drinks. Got them another drink, and they're like, okay, can we get some wings now? And then I got them the wings, and they're like, this isn't the right flavor wing. So then I got them another wing, and then they end up like leaving, and their bill's like $72. And it's like I have to pay for that. So yeah, it was like shitty, but
that's really shitty.
I think this was in like 2017 though. So like I didn't get jobs until like 2017.
Man.
And you started getting press early, like in 2015, right? Like the source was on you really early. So while you're popping, or while you're on your way, you're also holding a job. What was that like?
Oh my God. It got really bad at my third and last job, which was on Edgewood, which is a very popular street. I don't know if you guys have ever been.
Yeah, we were down there.
Were just at the swag shop.
Yeah. So I was working at this restaurant there as a cashier, and a lot of people would come in, and like I would be like super low key. Like I have my glasses on. I don't normally wear my glasses, but I hate putting contacts in. So I would have my glasses on. This is back when I didn't know about, well, I knew, but I wasn't wearing human hair wigs. So I had my little synthetic wig on, looking crusty as fuck. And people would come in like, don't you rap? And I would be like, yes, So your total is $653. Will that be cash or card? And it was just like, it was weighing on me, like, why am I here? Why am I in here? Like, people are coming in here and recognizing me, and then I'm sure they're like going out and telling their friends like, oh yeah, Young Baby Tate works at this restaurant, and and I'm just like, oh my God. So I ended up having to quit, not because of that, but it was like a part of it. It was just like, I have to fully like be in this music thing.
You just have to commit.
I'm just trying to chill and make some money, and y'all coming in here and like making me feel like social anxiety and shit. I'm like, I just want to give you your food.
Yeah.
Can you stop asking me that? You know it's me. It's like, stop. It's me.
So were you on speaking terms with your mom at that point?
Things were kind of weird. My mom and I got back like better this year.
Yeah.
Last year into this year.
So in that middle period, 2017, and you're doing shows around, you're putting like product out there, right? You're feeling good about who you are as an artist, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're getting a good reaction from, you know, friends and strangers alike. Did you ever feel like, I really want to share this with my mom? I want to, like, you know, show her or your grandmother, whoever may have not seen it, that you're doing it?
I don't think that thought really ran across my head. I think at the time, I really just wanted to, because like sometimes my grandma would call me and be like, when are you going back to college? And I'm like, I'll go back to college when I make $1 million. And then she would say like, well, you're not going to make $1 million. So like, when are you going back? And I'm like, I don't need this type of negativity in my life, Grandma. I'm about to block you. But so, you know, for me, it's just like, I just have to keep going so that like now my grandma will call me and be like, I'm so proud of you. Like, everybody's telling me about you. So I didn't want to like have it come from me. I wanted it to be like, you just see like what's going on.
Is your grandmother on Instagram?
No, she's not. She's on Facebook, but she never gets on there. My grandpa's on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, shout out his @name. Let's give him some followers.
I don't want to. His Instagram name's really funny though.
Really?
Yeah, his name is Richard. And his Instagram is DaddyRich123.
Wow.
Don't follow him.
Do you regulate? Some of our friends regulate like their relatives' like Instagram accounts.
Not. No, he runs his own.
You don't approve or like turn down people?
He runs his own stuff.
So who's the first person like outside of your like friend group, outside of people who really like know who Tate is, who fucked with you and you were just like, oh, like this is bigger than I could even imagine?
I think the first one was Black, and this was in 2015 or 2016. I think it was 2015 going into No, it was 15. It was around Christmas, and I had just dropped Roy G. Biv, and he had like retweeted it, and then I ended up like meeting him at this what is it, Wonderland, Janelle Monáe's.
Yeah.
They had like a Christmas party, and he was there, and I met him, and he was like, "You're so dope," and I was just like, "What?" And this is like before Black like blue,
Yeah,
but he was always like big, so it was like, oh my gosh, like what the heck? How did you even find me? You know? So it was just like,
how did he find you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. Still to this day, I have no clue. But it was just like, wow, okay, so this is going places and doing stuff.
Did you always know to pronounce his name as Black and not Sixlack?
Yeah, I think that he had it in his bio at the time.
Yeah.
So
it said that?
Yeah.
Well, he also sold merch, so yeah.
But that was like later.
Yeah. You're popping on a level where like people around town know who you are, right? Did you think that like traditional methods of getting your music out there were the way to go? Going to radio, you know, performing on certain stages, you know, in New York or, you know, Austin, like South by Southwest, things like that. Were you like, yo, there's a real straight and narrow path that I have to go down to be successful?
Well, I don't think, you know, the radio thing for me was like a big deal because I'm an independent artist. Like, I don't have a fucking radio budget. Like, I don't know anybody at the radio. I can't just be like, yo, bro, you're my cousin. Like, play my song.
Right.
But definitely like South by, one of my friends suggested that I go when I was still in college. And she was like, Tate, you should go. This was like my roommate. She's like, you should go to South by. I'm like, girl, I don't got no money to go to South by. Like, what are you talking about? I'm eating ramen right now. Like,
Yeah.
no. So I ended up going, I think the next year, 2015 or no, 2016. And that was like my first South by. And I was like, this is dope. Like, I'm fucking with this. So I always do South by Southwest. But like other stuff.
But what was your purpose in going down there?
Well, first for me, it was like to kind of just, I got booked for like maybe 2 shows. So I'm like, well, we're going now. I have a reason to go.
Did you pay for your travel and everything?
No, we paid for our own travel. I think we flew down there. This was the year that Bankroll had just passed.
Wow, yeah.
And it was like so many people in the airport with like Bankroll shirts on. So I don't know. I'm just remembering that. But like we flew down there with our own money, bought an Airbnb, and yeah, we were just down there. I think. Was
it, like when you walk down 6th, is it like, yo, I have to like, give stickers or T-shirts or like make sure that I meet all these people? I wasn't even
thinking about that at that time. That was the first year.
Young Baby Tate, Young Baby Tate. Everybody's talking about Young Baby Tate.
No, the first year I didn't know anything about that. But me and my manager Steph, we were getting a lot of like cards and CDs, and I'm just like, damn, we should probably come down here like next year with some cards and CDs. And then we went back the next year and did not bring any cards and CDs.
Did you hand out the ones you'd already gotten?
That's how anti-establishment you are.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck it. Like, I'm down here doing shows. I'm not about to schmuck with you guys. Like, what's up? You see me? I got rainbow braids in my hair. Like, that's my card.
Did you meet anybody who was like really important to you down there?
Actually, in 2017, I met my brother for the first time.
What?
Yeah.
Like your blood brother?
Yeah, I have 5 half brothers.
Oh.
How did you know that growing up?
Yeah, I knew I had 3 growing up. The 2 are young. But yeah, I always knew. I think I found out when I was 13 that I had brothers, and they found me through MySpace. So they like hit my mom like, "Hey, I think we have a sister." And my mom was like, "Yeah, you do." And yeah, so I met the younger one who's like 2 months younger than me. So like, shout out to my dad, you're a whore.
You met him under what circumstances? He came to your show?
So no, we had ended up following each other on Instagram. And I was just down there 6th Street, and I'm scrolling on Instagram, and I look at his location and it says 6th Street. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm on 6th Street. So I DM him like, yo, I'm on 6th Street. Like, what's up? Link up. And we just ended up linking. But he does make music as well. Like, all of my brothers make music.
Okay. When you meet him for the first time, did you feel like there was some sort of connection there? Like could you like sense that you're of the same blood? Yeah,
we kind of act like he's way more outgoing and like crazy than me. Like the first night that we met him, we ended up going to a party that night, and he was like, it was at like this big mansion, and he's on the roof of the mansion like dancing. I'm like, oh my God, I just met my brother today and he's gonna die. Like, that's terrible. But yeah, like even my friends that were with me, they're like, oh my God, like y'all are literally brother and sister.
Yeah.
Like,
for a second I was like, how could he be more outgoing than you? And then
I would not get on the roof of a mansion.
Yeah. Okay, so South by Southwest gets you into people's, vision and you're on their radar.
Yeah.
What's the first song that you put out that you feel like ratchets everything up?
Definitely Bob. Bob went like viral on Twitter from me popping ass, twerking out, bow, bow, bow. And everybody was like, oh my God, what is this song? I love it so much. And then we put the video out, and that kind of, that was like my biggest song at the time.
Bob, because he's Bob the
nigga.
Yeah.
Yep.
So did you feel like you had to make a video like that for it to cross over?
No, that's just what I wanted to do.
So like viral in every sense. It wasn't
I
planned.
wasn't even trying to like do that. Like when I made the video of me twerking, I just really liked the song. So I was like dancing to it, and I ended up posting it. The song wasn't out yet. But that mindset wasn't there. It wasn't like, oh, this is a good like marketing tool that I can use.
You weren't the PowerPoint presentation kind of girl.
Yeah, no. I was just like doing shit and it ended up like kind of blowing for me.
Yeah, did it move super quickly, or was it like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000?
It was definitely my quickest moving at that time. So I think like, I don't know, I feel like I had like 13,000 plays in a day.
Wow.
And that was like, whoa, okay. But yeah, Bob was definitely the first one that started to like get people's ears and like eyes like, whoa, okay, who's this?
Did your attitude change?
I don't know. I feel like subconsciously it might have, but like I don't think I like.
Yeah, you were like, I'm on 13K. Yeah, I'm that bitch.
Yeah, no. Because I feel like everything in my career has just like grown very organically. So it's like I didn't just go from like having nothing to then like buying some views and now I'm like crazy up. It's like it grew. So I've been watching it and feeling it grow. So like to me, it's just like when you ask a 8-year-old on their 8th birthday, how do you feel? It's like, I don't know. I still feel 7. Like I'm just growing.
Yeah.
You know?
By the way, standing back and watching it grow, that's your neighbor.
Same thing as your neighbor. Yeah. So
I should have never told that story.
when you think about your career, you do a lot of things. You're not just put into one different box or put into one corner. We relate to that as well. Like we never wanted to be known for just one thing.
Yeah.
How frustrating is it for you when people want to limit you and want to consider you just, oh yeah, but you're this, but not that.
Yeah, it's really annoying. I recently had an interview where someone asked me like, how do I feel about the state of Southern rap? And I'm just like, I'm not a Southern rapper. Like, why are you asking me this? I'm an international pop star.
Woo! Talk about it.
Yeah.
13K.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Like, you know? So, I don't know. It's annoying, but I understand the thought process behind it because it's just like, as humans, there are certain archetypes that we see. So it's like, okay, I've never seen you before, but you kind of look like this. So that's what I'm going to call you, just so I'm comfortable.
Right.
By the way, I would say not a great question, even if you are a Southern rap star.
Right.
What's the state of Southern hip hop right now? Like, who cares?
I'm like, I don't
Like,
fucking, what?
Go on your computer and figure it out yourself.
Look it up. I don't know. Call me like a descendant of like, I don't know. It's just like, girl, this is not the right question for me.
You put out Boys. Was that the same Tate, that was recording
in secret in your
in your mom's place?
No, I recorded that project at my friend's house.
Yeah, but I mean like
so like
the same
internally
energy.
or
Yeah, kind of. Oh well, actually, some of that was recorded at my mom's house. There was a time where I was living back with my mom, and then I ended up getting kicked out again.
Man.
Was it for the same thing as before?
No, it was for something way, way stupider.
So you were a different person.
Yeah.
We see the growth. You
Yeah.
got kicked out for a different reason.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
But when you record that, like, who are you as a human?
So I was like, 20, I think, maybe 21. I was just kind of out here. That sounds bad, but like
You were living.
I was living and like I was just, dealing with a few guys, and just like hating it. And so it was like, this is my ode to you.
Do you listen back to that project now and say like, wow, that was a sort of
A period in my life.
yeah, like a chapter unto its own?
Definitely. I think it definitely was like a chapter that is now closed. But, even from just growing on like social media, like I have a lot of people that was like their first introduction to me and they're like still fans of mine. But it's like, oh, I remember when you came and I still had like 10,000 followers. Like I think I didn't even have 10,000 when I dropped Boys yet. So it's like, it's just, cool to see like Boys era, Girls era, Camp era.
Yeah.
Next one.
Right.
I know.
Well, is it hard to replicate that same energy?
Definitely. And I don't think I ever want to replicate the same energy. It's like when people are like, oh, I want the old Drake. It's like, go listen to that project if you really want that, because you want an artist to grow. Otherwise, it's like, why are you making music? You can just make all of that same shit and put it out on one tape. Like, if you're not going to be growing, like, I'm bored now. My ears are bored. Like, I want something new. So for me, I'm never trying to like replicate what I made on Bob or what I made on Beckham or anything, you know?
Right. Yeah. You put out Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that was going to be the follow-up, or did you think like I'll go in this other direction, and then you discovered you're like, well, I mean, it's a natural, you know?
Yeah, I think that so when I made Boys, I made a song called Pretty Girl, like in between like the space of, I think before Boys came out, and it was just like, well, duh, if there's a Boys, there's going to be a Girls, and this is how the format of it is going to be. So it was kind of like subconscious but also conscious. Like, yeah, it just makes sense.
And what did camp mean to you?
So camp, all right, so I'm going to tell you guys the story of camp, the backstory that Quinn would probably not want me to tell you guys. But
it's okay. He's just sitting right here.
Yeah. So I had Boys, and then I had Girls, and then I was thinking like, what's the next project going to be? And I said it's going to be Kids. Because when boys and girls come together, they make kids. So the premise of what Kids was going to be is like each song, A through G, 7 songs. And, you know, it's like A is for apple, B is for brain, C is for camp. So when I was making it, you know, of course, A is not actually for apple, but like A is for all that, B is for bombs. And then when I got to C, I was like inspired by the Met Gala theme. So I was like, when I saw what it was going to be before the actual night happened, I was like, oh my gosh, what is camp? I looked it up and I'm like, whoa, like I really fuck with this. Like, this is dope. So I knew for this kids project that I wanted C to be camp. So I started making the song, and I started making all the other songs. And then camp was just like, I think, so good, and everybody really liked it. And it was just like, all right, well, now we're changing the project name to camp because Quinn really hated kids.
Wow. Quinn does hate kids. I think that's the headline that should come from this. Quinn hates kids.
I just hope everyone just really remembers this, that, you know, I mean, unlike your neighbor.
I was I was about to go there.
See,
you beat me
now
to
you're
it.
getting on it. Just like your neighbor.
Oh my God. So yeah, he hated kids, and then we ended up changing the project to camp, and the whole Red Bull show camp, and camp.
Yeah.
Do you already have like your next 2, 3, 4 projects lined up? Do you really?
Yeah. I've been working on my next project, which I feel is going to be like a album for like maybe 3 years. So yeah, definitely have that one lined up, and the one after that. Don't know about the third one, but the next 2 for sure.
Yeah, I saw in an interview you did with Hello Giggles that you wanted your next one to be in like an R&B direction. Is that still true?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. So the thing is, I don't really like to do all things on my projects. But I think sometimes people like Quinn get confused.
Wait, Quinn who's sitting right here?
The one who hates
kids? The one who hates kids. They get confused. So I might do like small EPs where it's like, this is an R&B EP, or this is a pop EP.
By the way,
that's
EP. What you should name them.
R&B EP. Young Baby Tate. No, Baby Tate.
This is...
Oh, well, about
Baby
that.
Tate, this is...
You're just Baby Tate now?
Yeah, I'm dropping the young.
Any reason?
Multiple reasons. One, people a lot of times misspell young. Well, they properly spell young. I'm misspelling young.
Or whatever.
Yeah. 2, I feel like Baby Tate rolls off the tongue a bit more effortlessly. And then 3, I don't know. I feel like, well, there's a 4th reason too. 3, I feel like it's redundant. Young baby, like, okay, kid, infant, like
Lil Baby works for him.
Yeah, but then there's not another word after that. It's like,
it could be Lil Young Baby Young Tate Young.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And then,
or is it not enough?
No, it is.
If you want me to come in on the management side now that Quinn is out.
All right. Yeah. Because he hates kids. So obviously I'm not the right client.
Right. And the fourth reason?
The fourth reason is, I'm just getting older. I'm
take out the young, keep in the
baby. Because you're always someone's baby,
But you're not
but
always
you won't
young.
always be young.
Yeah.
But my mom, I'm always her baby.
Is it possible that you go all the way back? It's like one long circle. You'll take out baby and you'll just be Tate like you were at the very beginning?
Probably.
Wow.
The only reason that I changed from Tate to Young Baby Tate is because
was
that
it
was
Quinn's
my
idea?
Instagram. No, it was my Instagram name and like social media handle. So whenever I would do shows, sometimes even though my artist name was Tate, people would put Young Baby Tate, or like they would introduce me Young Baby Tate, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll just go with it. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end up dittying it and going back to Tate eventually.
The only name that you can't
30.
use because it's already been squatted on is Daddy Rich 123.
Yeah. I don't know. I might have to buy my grandpa out.
Well, listen, we're thrilled that you sat down with us, and we're so excited about your whole journey. And congratulations on all your successes so far. And thanks so much for coming through.
Thank you guys for having me. It's been fun.
No doubt. Thanks everyone for listening to this new episode of A Waste of Time with It's The Real. Jeff, if people want to find out more about us, I'm Eric with the curly hair. You're Jeff with the glasses. Together, we are It's The Real. No apostrophe, no spaces. If people want to find out more about this podcast, there's almost 300 other episodes, and it's called A Waste of Time with It's The Real. And if people want to find out more about what's going on with us, Jeff, where can they go?
YAHOO.com. 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 That's Yahoo, bitch. Yeah, it's Yahoo, bitch.
Jeff,
I'm on that Yahoo, bitch.
Jeff,
I'm with the Yahoo, bitch. Chief Wahoo, bitch. When I'm in Cleveland, bitch.
Jeff, where can people find us online? I don't know.
Go Yahoo us and then search for It's The Real. Instagram at It's The Real. Twitter at It's The Real. We've got a newsletter at ItsTheReal.com. We've got merch at ItsTheReal.com. We've got other stuff at ItsTheReal.com.
We got videos up at YouTube.com/ItsTheReal.
You can also find us on all streaming platforms, including wherever you're listening to this podcast. I'm talking about Spotify.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Google. Cool. I'm talking about Castbox.
I like it.
I'm talking about Boxcast.
Dope.
I'm talking about Fun Zone. I'm talking about the Podometer.
Dig it.
I'm talking about Cape Pod.
Yep.
I'm talking about In Pod We Trust.
Yeah. No. That was Trey Songz.
No, I got it. And then I did Bootsy Collins.
Yeah. I didn't want you to think that my yup was the guy from that Storage Wars show.
Oh.
Was that what it was? Storage Wars?
Yeah, that was really good.
Yup. Because he would, win an auction and
You don't have to explain it to me.
No. I'm explaining it to the people because
he had a whole hat.
And there was
he had a hat that said yup on it.
And there was a lawsuit between him and Trey Songz.
Yeah, we all remember.
Don't let this get lost in time. Trey Songz versus the guy from Storage Wars.
Wait, ask me if I remember it.
Do you remember it?
Yeah.
Jeff, this is the time when we get to shout some people out. Who are you shouting today?
I want to shout out Quinn,
Yes.
who helped put this episode together.
Tate's manager.
I want to shout out the guys at Wish in Atlanta.
Shout out to them all down there.
I want to shout out Keisha Bottoms.
Yeah, the mayor of Atlanta.
I want to shout out Ludacris.
The voice of Atlanta.
I want to shout out Chaka Zulu.
The soul of Atlanta.
Shout out the Braves.
The home team in Atlanta.
I want to shout out Richard Jewell.
The hero of Atlanta.
That's who I want to shout out. all of our friends in Atlanta.
Jeff, I would like to shout out some friends that we have in the podcasting world. Our friends.
I got no friends in the podcasting world.
The Officially Street podcast.
Nah, like it's all competition.
Our friends.
There's no love.
J Omega, Zaire, and Cherry Poppins. They've been doing their podcast for a long time. High quality stuff over at the Officially Street podcast. And they are great friends. Well, Jay and Sayer are great friends. I'll tell you why, though.
Uh-oh.
They listen to every episode. Cherry.
She cherry picks.
She cherry picks. Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes. Cherry will learn her lesson when she misses out on this shout out.
Wow.
Jeff.
Wow.
What do we got? 4 more episodes coming up? Yeah. As always, now for real.
Sure.
See you guys tomorrow.